legislators and the representatives invited some of these same guys to the Capitol to talk about what is wrong with the criminal justice system. And all they could say is that, we have a broken system, but they're not identifying exactly what was wrong with our system. So, yes, ma'am, that's a good point to be made. And the same with a lot of advocacy groups, ma'am. I guess right now, a lot of advocacy groups, ma'am, are only fighting to, bring awareness to the families of, incarcerated individuals. And they are not willing to put the footwork in, ma'am, to march in some of them courthouses and the district attorney's offices and the governor's offices and the state representative's offices, ma'am, to demand for better changes in our criminal justice system, ma'am. I mean, it's one thing to say something, but it's another thing to put in the footwork for it, ma'am. So, yes, ma'am, that would be a good topic, ma'am, and I would be willing to engage with you on that tonight, ma'am.
Yeah, because me and you we talk about this all the time. How we definitely talk about James Legate a lot. Um, I had people asking me, well, how do you talk to him? How, they want to know, how do I get in contact with them? These men are in your state. You would think that you will reach out to them, because I'm here that the men are reaching out to them, but they don't get no respond. I was in that situation with my husband when I reached out to someone, and they never did respond back to me until the following year, a couple of months after that, the following year. But by the time they responded back, we had lunch. Let's talk about it. And one thing I always tell the men when I talk to them is that I can't promise you nothing. Only thing I can do is get your story out. Bring awareness to your story, what's going on. And a lot of them be like, okay, that's all we want. We just want to be heard.
Okay, yes, ma'am. And see, basically, ma'am, that's the truth. See, a lot of us don't have nobody to stand up for us. We can't reach out to nobody from here that's willing to share our stories. Nobody is willing to put in any footwork for us, or nobody to show that we have been overly and wrongfully convicted. Ma'am, we are really dealing with the saddest broken system in the United States, man. Not just in Texas, but everywhere, man. Because our system have gotten so relaxed on, the multi-trillion-dollar enterprise that these people are making all this money off of, man. So, like I said, with that, yes, ma'am, we can basically get into an engagement about that, ma'am. And I have some content on that was published in the Aspiring Authors magazine, ma'am, about that. So I would be willing to get in touch, get engaged with you on some of that too, ma'am.
Okay then.